You are about to watch a module of the new YouTube Automation Niche Research course. You can watch this one for free, and if you're liking what you see, you can start your free 7-day trial for free by clicking the link in the description. Okay, everyone, so now that we roughly know how to do the niche research, how to fill in our niche research sheet, and let me go to the niche research section, the fundamentals, the criteria, and the niche research sheet, we're going to be looking at different niche research methods. So I'm going to give you a broader overview of the different methods that I would recommend you to use starting, and give you like a quick glance at how they are looking. And then in the coming chapters, so in this drop down here, I will do like longer 30 to 60 minutes, like in-depth live niche research using the specific methods mentioned here. But so if you see this, you can have a rough idea of like which tools you should be getting and what I recommend, and what the free and paid methods are to do niche research with. And again, the ultimate goal, regardless of the method you are using, is to fill in this sheet and find all the numbers here, and just do that a lot until you find like these interesting niches. All right. So there are multiple ways to do niche research. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the best possible ways. I dive deeper into using each of them live, so that you can decide your own budget time constraints to decide which methods to use. Now, I would recommend you, before starting this or watching this, VidIQ and NextLab are two tools that I would really recommend you getting. VidIQ, the monthly plan is like $40, and NextLab is like $40, and VidIQ is like $5 to $10 or something. These are tools that I've been using almost daily for the past 3, 4, 5 years, literally since I started. You need these tools to check the YouTube competitor like view data, when they started, how much videos they post, like everything. And also the tools itself, like their websites, are very useful. I'm going to quickly show them to you in a little bit. But yeah, if you're going to invest in some tools to get, I would really get these tools regardless of what you're going to be doing. All right. So now also remember, the whole goal here is to just fill your niche research sheet regardless of the methods. The paid methods just do most of the scraping for you, so it's less manual intensive. So a few years ago, when these AI tools weren't around, we had to manually go to YouTube and just scrape channels and put them in our sheet, and like find the views a month and how many videos they posted when they started. The tools like NextLab 1 of 10 and also VidIQ, like they do most of the work for you. So it just makes like filling this sheet a lot faster, and it shows more of the outliers that are doing well in terms of the sub niches, right? So you can just make your own life simpler by getting these tools, and it's gonna speed up your niche research process, which will speed up your decision making for a niche, and then you will test niches quicker and faster, and your process will go faster, basically. All right, so let's go over some the paid methods first. So first of all, vidIQ. This is like the gold standard for like YouTube automation, the like ultimate tool sort of that everyone kind of gets at the start. So it's used for competitor view stat analytics on YouTube with the extension. So I showed this in past videos too. If you go to a channel that you find by whether it's an app or by manually viewing it, if you get the extension, you can see all these like statistics, right? Like view channel stats, you can see their monthly views, the average video length, how many videos they publish, where they're from, everything basically. So this is like an essential app that you want to get. This is the extension that helps you with this. vidIQ also has their website, where you can link your YouTube channel to their website and also add competitor channels to the website, sort of. And then it's sort of like a dashboard where you can see your channel's performance, your competitor channel's performance, and know what is working for other channels. You can also go to the keyword section, and this is like pretty important function of vidIQ. You put in a keyword that you find by looking at other channels or things that are working well or something that's going on in the world now. You can fill in the keywords. You can go to related keywords, and then they show you related keywords to the keyword that you use. Now, if you filter on this overall selection here, it's going to give you the keywords with the highest search volume and the competition score. So the lower the competition, the more chances your videos will go through fast, and the higher the search volume, the better of an indicator it is of your video or your channel getting views. Now, SEO is not everything because our videos are not based on SEO. It's more like on browser suggested views. But high search volume and low competition still is a very good indicator of a niche being a good idea to get into. Because search volume you can almost see as like free traffic that you can get in a niche without people just browsing for it. Um, so VidaQ is like a very good option to get. There's like some matching terms, questions, like there's a lot of other functions in here, but the main function is this, like linking your channel and comparing it to your competitors, and then also like finding keywords based on the keywords that you give it, and then seeing like, for example, if you do vintage, you see like The Voice. I think that's like a show or program, Americans Got Talent. See, so maybe if you see something like this, you can make like top 10 videos about The Voice or Americans Got Talent as an example, you know, or if you see that this gets a lot of search volume, you can look into making channels that are related to these topics. And if there's channels doing this already, just for an idea, you know. So the VidIQ webpage can help you find keywords and niches that are performing well and check the competition score. This also helps you find new niches based on working topics, but it's mostly SEO based and faces YouTube doesn't care much about that, like I just mentioned already. It's mostly used for the initial view stats and then the competitor analysis when live. So yeah, these are the two vidIQ functions. Mainly, you want to have this function where you drop on a channel and you can just see, okay, this channel got 2 million views in the last 30 days. It's a good channel. You fill in the stats in your sheet, and then you know like roughly what they are making, right? That is like the main core value of vidIQ. Now, if we go to NextLev, this is sort of like vidIQ, but on steroids and better. And NextLev is specifically made by like a YouTube automation guy too. And it's just a bit newer, a bit better. And this guy is really in the market, does it himself, and he knows what people need and want in this space. So it's just a better tool for a YouTube automation. And this one really, it's I open it up here for you. So this one, it's kind of the same as vidIQ in a way. Like you can put like keywords in here, but as you can see, this just looks very sleek, you know. If you put some keyword like vintage, for example, it's gonna find channels that relate to your keyword. So for example, this one, vintage planes, days since started, they show you 200 days, average views per video, 16,000, uploads 130, outlier score not that great, and then it also shows you the titles and the thumbnails. Very like all the valuable data you need. And then if you click the drop down here, also shows you the category like that it is in, the average money it's making, the RPM of the channel, and just everything you need, like even the length of the videos and the total views. You can filter on like how many on different days, like 1 month, 3 months, 1 year, for example. And you can see if they are like in a downtrend or in an uptrend. See? You can filter on views and subscribers. So it's really like everything you need to analyze these channels. And if this looks interesting, you can very easily put it in your niche research sheet and also fill in the views and everything that you want to do, right? Here, another one, vintage verse, for example. So you click on the drop down. It's like about movies, 10 million views total, 11 views per month only. It is monetized. Total revenue 19,000. When did it start? Last upload is 3 days ago. And yeah, this just shows you all the important information of these channels very easily and quickly. See, it's bugging a little bit here. Maybe it started like only a month ago or something, this one. Let's see, can we also open up the channel if we go here? Yes. See, so this like just boosts your niche research and also prevents yourself from getting in this tunnel vision that I talked about last call, because this, you can put the keywords or you can like randomize it, and then it's just going to show you all these videos here, see? So this one has been online for a while. They are getting very good views, as you can see, and it's a pretty unique like type of branding and topics. It's like about vintage movies, I think, mostly. So yeah, very interesting stuff. And again, like you can do anything you want in here, right? Like the last videos we had as an example, like MMA channels. So let's see, here we have like Rebel MMA, for example. That's one I've never seen before. UFC, 30,000 total revenue, 18 million views. And they have like, see, they're on a downtrend. They haven't been posting as much. So yeah, that's probably shows that it's not the greatest channel to get into right now. And this way you can just filter on all the keywords that you're finding or think about, or just go broader and let the tool do this for you. You know, if you go to the home page, it shows you like interesting topics that are doing well right now, for example, or it helps you go to the keywords. So this tool, like one of the main tools that will help you do niche research. Again, in the coming videos, I'm going to like dive deeper into it. Now, the third tool I would recommend you getting is one of 10. So these three tools I would recommend anyone starting YouTube automation just getting at the start because you're going to be using them so much. So VidIQ or one of 10, I mean, it's in a way almost the same as NextLev, but NextLev is really optimized for finding niches. One of 10 helps you find like videos and it can help you find niches too, but it's more so designed to look for winning formats of videos, as in like how the thumbnails look and how the titles look, and showing you the outlier score. So if you type in something like vintage, then it's going to show you like this red button here, right? This means that this video got 22 times the amount of the views of the average views on this channel, which means it's a good outlier. And then it shows you like the topic, the branding, how the thumbnail looks, how the title looks, and then you can also open it up and find the channel. And then if you go to the channel, of course, you can see like how the channel is doing, if it might be a good option for a YouTube automation channel to start in, or if this works, how you can like transform it into something that you think will perform well, right? So here's something Serena Williams and Oprah stuff. Here's some Minecraft or Roblox stuff. The next level tool would be better to like really find niches and like competitors and compare your channel with and see what you want to get into. The one of 10 would be more like the ideation for videos, for thumbnails, for titles, and finding winning formats or outliers that you can then mimic either in a new niche or like just the videos that you're going to be doing. For example, here, this one got like 550 outliers. That's insane. Genius economic suicide. A lot of this political stuff, it seems like. Let's skip this AI ad right here. Oh, this is not the ad, this is the video actually. So this channel has an AI avatar talking for them, which is a very interesting thing because YouTube has been blocking inauthentic channels, and these AI avatars might definitely help in keeping your channels alive. So let's have a look at this channel and see if they are still monetized. So this is like even maybe an interesting niche to get into because channels like this tend to get demonetized without the AI avatars. Anyway, so this is like the three paid tools that you should really get before starting YouTube automation. You like, no joke, I use this almost every single day. Whether it's the niche research to do my like the daily or weekly niche research, whether it's this to find like new viral topics in my niche or in other niches and to like ideate thumbnails and titles. This is just like the main like tool stack that you will be using on the daily when doing YouTube automation. And these three will really help you fill in your sheet quicker and find the niche quicker. Now, there's also some free methods that we're going to be using, mainly the broad overview of niches and what works, so the outliers manually, the ChatGPT reformatting, and then the incognito browsing. It's like the three main free methods that I would use if I do YouTube, let's say. So number one, the broad overview of niches and what is working. So with this is just like the old school niche research basically that we had to do before we had like scraping tools like this. So with this, you're just literally gonna go on YouTube and start filling in your sheet by just things you find. And then if you find, like, let's say you are into like again UFC MMA, you're gonna look some keywords up of UFC MMA and put like some channels in the sheet. And then if you find more, you put it in there too. But basically you're gonna build a sheet or like just go on YouTube, and if you find a channel like let's say Nutty History, you're just gonna see, okay, this channel, what has been doing well. Let's say the last 8 videos, like the top 8 videos here. The best one was this one with 50K, so the horrible death of Ulysses S. Grant. Okay, so maybe an outlier topic or sub niche in history is like the horrible death of X, and then you just go like through history and through different populations or geopolitical stuff and look like which people died horrible deaths, and then you can make like a channel about the horrible deaths of all these people, for example, you know. This is really just like grinding it out, the broad overview method. It's just looking at like finding channels by manually going over them and then putting them in your sheet based on the outliers that you find, basically. So that's the broad overview way. Now, with ChatGPT, these things can become a little easier. So when niches are found with clear formats or interchangeable topics like different countries, cultures, genres, you can let ChatGPT help you ideate new topics based on what works. So, for example, here's my ChatGPT file where I've made an AI prompt that does this for you basically. So let's say we're gonna do it for this page as a quick example, okay? So basically in ChatGPT, you're gonna give it a prompt to act as a YouTube strategist for you. And you want to generate 20 profitable faces YouTube niches that are beginner friendly, have strong audience men, and can earn high CPMs from AdSense. For each niche, include one short description of the audience, why it works for faces channels. So basically, you're gonna ask it to analyze an image you give it, in short, based on the best performance of a channel, and then ideate new videos based on these topics. So this example I had here was Statue of Wisdom, which is sort of like a mindset, samurai mindset channel, like psychology mindset. It's going to analyze it and then it's going to give you new ideas to do sort of like the same topics, but for new audiences or new topics. So we have like Viking wisdom, CEO stoicism, ancient gladiator mindset, rebel rock wisdom, warrior monk. See? So it's going to give you like new ideas based on what you fed it. So if we, for example, take the image of this one of the last 8 videos, we're gonna put it in here. Ideate new niches in our prompt for these 8 videos. So let's do a quick live example of how this would look. And you can do this like manually too, but with like ChatGPT, it just helps you finding these different things that you can do based on this quicker. See, so repeating frameworks for the biggest idiots, the creepy, horrible, or agonizing thing, weird loss, the death of famous persons. So that's the one we just said, right? So here, niche idea 1, the biggest idiots in history. So instead of wars, only expand into institutions, professional systems, and eras. The biggest idiots in ancient medicine, royal history, early science, religious history. See, okay, and then niche 2, things that were normal but were actually horrifying. So creepy things that were normal in ancient Greece, horrifying medical treatments people trusted, things children were forced to do 200 years ago. See, so this is just ideating a lot of things. And let's say if you like have this, the biggest idiots in history. Now, if you have a title like this, you then can go to YouTube again, for example, and put in like a title like this, for example, in the search bar. And then you can see if you find some channels that make videos around these topics already. So let's say we have here simple history. Then you go to simple history, then you go to the channel, and then you do the view channel stats again. So see, it's sort of like a loop. Like you find new channels using the methods, and you can verify the channel by going here. This one seems to do very well, 5 million views a month, but it's been online for a very long time. It's a very big channel. But so this is how like you just get into the loop of doing this YouTube automation stuff and like finding new ideas and coming up with new ideas and filling in your sheet more and more and more over time. Let's see, did it give us a third one? So the deaths that shocked history. So let's see, the most agonizing deaths in Roman history, leaders who died in the dumbest way, kings who were killed by their own rules. See, and see, these are like sub formats or sub niches in like the history niche, so to say, that you can test out and try out. Worst laws ever enforced, ancient laws that ruined people's life when law was pure insanity. I kind of like this one, history's worst laws. It's pretty interesting. I think that's something people can like really relate to or like get engaged with, and it doesn't break the rules in terms of like blood and gore and everything for YouTube. Most unhinged eras is a nice one too. Why living in the Renaissance was a nightmare. The dark side of the Victorian era. The most unhinged decades in human history. Yeah, like niche 4 and 5 I really like actually. And this is like a pretty popular topic that's been done before too. See, but here you have like so many ideas that you can now brainstorm based on that one image that we fed it. And yeah, if you now put a title like this in the search bar, you can find new stuff and like sort of ideate more stuff using that method, right? So that's the ChatGPT format reformatting. I've been using this a lot in the last few months to find new stuff. We also have the incognito browse method, which is kind of like the broad overview, but with incognito browse, you just go to Google Chrome and then you launch a new incognito browse channel, and then you get like a fresh YouTube page with new inputs that you haven't looked yet, biased by your algorithm. And then you're just going to look for YouTube automation style channels that are doing well that you can then fill in your sheet again. All right. So these are like the 5, 6 main methods that I would recommend you to start doing to fill your sheet, your YouTube automation sheet. Mainly, I would just start going through some channels that I have in the sheet here for you, so you have like a rough understanding of what is out there. And then I would pick some. Let's say you are into one of the topics here, for example, the history stuff, right? Then you can start putting those keywords in, let's say, next left, and then you get like all these type of history channels and different formats in here that you can then put in your sheet and ideate new topics with, all right? So this is the overview of the niche research methods we're going to be going into. Again, in this part here, the niche research methods, I will do like a 30 to 1 hour masterclass per niche research method and like live niche research that I will also fill in this sheet, okay? So I'll see you in the next one. This was like the research methods, and now we're going to dive into like the ideation and how to scale channels or cut them.